Hey bestie, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be picking my February TBR. So for this video, I only want to pick out 4 books, and that is because this is going to be a super busy month for me. So I'm actually starting my Pilates instructor course this month. I am so excited, but I'm also so scared. So for 4 weeks, it's going to be Saturday and Sunday 10 till 4 in-person Pilates training. And then I also have to do my full-time job, which is Monday to Friday alongside of that. So I need to keep my TBR kind of down for this month. I don't want to be setting myself too many books to read and then getting stressed because I haven't got time. So I want to make sure that I don't put any pressure on myself this month. And then I also need to keep a book free for my book club. And then I also do a series on my other platforms called the Shelf Reset. So I need to be able to keep at least 1 book for that. So overall, there will be 6 books on my February TBR, but today we're only going to be picking 4. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, grab yourself a coffee, get comfy, and let's get into it. As always, we are going to be using my TBR prompt jar to help us choose books for this month. So let's choose book number 1. Let's see what prompt number 1 is. A book set in your current season. Okay, it might take me a while to have a look, but I'm gonna look on my TBR and see which books that I have. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that is actually a really hard TBR prompt because I don't think I have anything on my TBR that is technically set in winter, but the only book that I did have that I think is gonna be the choice for this video is The Night in the North. Sorry, The Night and the Moth by Rachel Gillig. So technically this isn't set in a particular season, but it is kind of like a dark gothic fantasy, which I do think for me feels more like an autumn winter vibe. And obviously this is the February TBR, it's still winter, we're not quite in spring yet. So I think first book of the month is going to be The Night and the Moth by Rachel Gillig. Okay, here goes prompt number 2. Hopefully this one is a little bit easier to pick. Hopefully I'll have some more options. A book on Kindle Unlimited. Okay, this is perfect because the last time I did this in January, I actually completely forgot about my Kindle TBR and I only picked books from my physical TBR, which obviously is not great. And especially as this month, I'm going to be kind of on the go quite a lot. A Kindle Unlimited book is going to be absolutely perfect. So let me have a look in my Kindle and then I'll come back when I've got some options. I actually have some great options for this. There are so many good fantasy books on Kindle Unlimited right now. So I've got Nightshade by Autumn Woods, which I've heard is absolutely incredible. I do believe that is a series and there's going to be a second book coming out soon, but I don't know when. I've also got the, what's it called? The War of Lost Hearts series on Kindle Unlimited, and the first book is Daughter of No Worlds, and that's by Carissa Broadbent. I'm really excited to read that series, so I don't think that I will pick that now just because it's going to be a busy month, it's going to be a bit hectic, and I kind of want to put all of my energy and time into a series that I think I'm going to love. And that is also the same for the Compelling Fate saga. That's also on Kindle Unlimited, which I also have downloaded onto my Kindle. So I think that those two are going to be a no for now, just because I want to be able to give them all of my time. Another book that I have that could be a potential though is The Serpent's Bride by Catherine Ann Kingsley. I can't remember what that one's about, but I think that one's about vampires. So that could be a fun read. I don't have that many actually on here. The other book that I do, okay, so I have 2 more on Kindle Unlimited that could be good options. So we've got Hollow by the Twisted Sisters, but again, I kind of feel like I want to give that time because I think I'll really enjoy that. And then the other one that is on Kindle Unlimited is Frost, which is just this one here by C.N. Crawford. I'm pretty sure that's a series, and I saw what Emmy Reads do a 24-hour readathon challenge where she read that and she really enjoyed it. So maybe that could be a really good option because I don't want to leave that until the summer. This would have been a great option for my other prompts, which I always forget to look at my Kindle. This is exactly what I did last month. That would have been a good seasonal one, but maybe we pick Frost by C.N. Crawford then as our second book for the month, because I don't want that to still be on my TBR in spring because Frost is giving like winter sounding and it would be good to get that in. And also she said that was just really fun and easy to read, so that could be a really good option. So let's lock it in then. Let's go with Frost by C.N. Crawford. We're flying through this. Okay, so now we're on to book number 3. Oh, this looks like a long one. A book you bought because you liked the cover. Okay, great. So now we can have a look at my physical TBR then and pick one from there. I actually am going to have so many for this, I can just tell, because there's so many books here that I actually bought because of the cover. Okay, I've got some good options, I think. Oh, I don't know. Okay, I actually have too many. I have too many. I told you I was going to have loads of options for this. I have all of these books. Oh my God. Okay, one of them you can already see because of the sprayed edge. So let's go through them. So with the sprayed edge, obviously we have First Time Caller. I just think that is absolutely so gorgeous, and it was 100% the sprayed edge that sold it to me and why I bought it. So that is option number one. I think this could be good. Also the front cover, because of the colors, it reminds me of Sweets because it's like pink and beige. I don't know. Anyway, the other option that we have is the Rose Bargain. I think this cover is absolutely gorgeous. Like, I just love all the gold and the roses and the pinks. So again, and the spine on this one is really nice as well because it's like shiny gold. I have Heavenly Bodies, which is another book that I bought because I really like the cover. I just think that it's giving such a celestial vibe, and I really like fantasy books with a celestial vibe. However, I don't think I'm going to pick this purely because I don't think I'm going to have it in me to fully understand like a full fantasy world. So I don't think we'll pick this one, but it is a good option. Also with this one, again, I don't think I'm going to pick it only because I think that for me, this one is set in like high society. And for me, that feels more like spring, summer. So I think we won't be reading this one in February either. I have Abby Jimenez, Part of Your World. I just really like the light and dark part of this, and the fact that it's got like the city skyline here. And then we've got a couple of people and an animal on the cover. So this one I think could be fun, but I'm not really sure. I don't know. I don't think I'm ready to read this one yet. And then this leaves the last one, which is Emily Henry's People We Meet on Vacation. I know this is a really summery book, however, they did just release the film and I really want to watch the film. And I really love this cover. I love all of the colors on it. I love the fact that it's got like your mountains in the skyline. We've got the palm trees. It's my favorite kind of colors. So even though this is like a summery book, I think I'm gonna pick this one for our third book of the month, purely because I just want to watch the film. I've heard really good things about the film and I haven't read the book, and I want to read the book before the film. So this is gonna be the third book. I'm locking it in. Okay, it's time for the last jar pick. I feel like I'm running out of prompts here. I'm gonna have to put some more in at some point. Let's really root in there and get a good one out. Okay, this one feels thick. Is this more than one? Yes, it is more than one. Okay, this is a short one. What do we have? A fantasy book. Okay, I know that we're supposed to pick from the TBR prompt jar, but I just don't think I want another fantasy book on February's TBR, just because it's what I said. Like, I think sometimes with fantasy books, they require a lot of attention, especially if it's like one where there's a lot of world building. And I don't think that February, because of how busy I'm going to be, is going to be a good month for that. So let's put that one to the side for now and we can come back to that another time. Newest book on my TBR. What did I buy? Oh, do you know what? We've already done that one because the newest book on my TBR is actually Emily Henry's People We Meet on Vacation, because I literally bought this yesterday. So we can't choose that one. But you know what we could do? We could go for the book that I bought just before, which is on my Kindle, and it was in the 99p Kindle deals. And I bought Bride by Ali Hazelwood. Obviously, we know that she's just released Mate, which is like the second book in that sort of series. I haven't really read a proper book by Ali Hazelwood before. I think I've read like a Christmas one. So I'm really excited to read this one. Let's go for Bride because it's kind of like a paranormal romance, which is super fun. I don't normally read stuff like that, but I know that I'll love it. So yeah, there we go. That's all 4 books. Let's just do a recap. So going over the books that we've chosen, the first book that we picked for the month of February is The Night in the Moth by Rachel Gillig. I'm so excited that I'm going to be reading this book soon. Oh my God, I have been dying to read this. We also picked Frost by C.N. Crawford, which is a fun, kind of hopefully easy to read fantasy book. So that's 2 fantasies on the TBR already. Then we picked People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. which I'm very excited to read because then it means I can finally watch the film. I have serious FOMO over that. And the last book that we picked is on my Kindle, and that is Bride by Ellie Hazelwood. Obviously, this won't be the full TBR for this month because I still need to put in my book club book and my shelf reset book. But obviously, if you follow me on my other platforms, then 100% I'll do a video of my full February TBR. So if you want to know what those books will be, make sure you're following me on there. The links are in the description box down below. That concludes the February TBR. Thank you so much for joining me and helping me choose my books for this month. I hope you all have a lovely weekend, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye!